Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. So, on a day that is a week removed from April Fool's Day, did you do the crossword?
I did.
And did it make a fool of you?
No.
No? Good? No fooling?
No fooling.
No fooling. Glad to hear
No
it.
fooling for me.
Any difficulties to report?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I just breezed right through it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
What about you?
Well, I didn't do too badly, I think. There might have been one or two places that sort of slowed me down, but it did seem to be a fairly gentle Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And this was by Barbara Lynn, who I have reason to believe is actually a sort of a sub-editor at the New York Times.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, good job, Barbara.
Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. And she has done crosswords every day of the week. She's published a total of 16. She did 1 on Sunday, 2 on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, 4 on Thursday, 1 on Friday, and 2 on Saturday. Uh-huh. See, that's going to be my goal. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and publish 1 on Sunday, 2 on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, 4 on Wednesday, 5 on Thursday, 6 on Friday, and 7 on Saturday.
Oh, my.
And I'm going to aim to do it in that order.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be the tricky bit. Oh. Possibly getting accepted at the New York Times would also be a bit of a challenge, but I think getting that numerically increasing sequence starting with Mondays.
What if you submit one for a Wednesday and they say, we're going to put this in on a Thursday?
I'd say, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pull that. Let me go back and make it slightly easier.
Or just hang on to it and let me try again.
Yes.
For a Wednesday.
Yeah, there we go.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I hope the New York Times editors, including Barbara Lynn, are ready for us.
Very good.
All right. There was a theme here.
There was. It was a pretty straightforward theme. And the theme clues were very, very simple and, not anything you really had to think a lot about. But,
Speak for yourself.
but the answers were Toll House cookie, poker game, taco salad, and desktop computer. Now, what do you think all of those things have in common? Because they have something in common, and that is identified at the revealer clue, which was 37 across. Contributes to a group gift or a hint to the themed clues.
I like how you trilled your R when you said that.
How about that?
I didn't know you could do that.
And the answer was chips in.
Yes.
And if you think about it, they all have chips. Toll House cookie, poker game, taco salad, and desktop computer.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I sort of misread this. I looked at Toll House and thought maybe you'd have a chip in a Toll House, and you'd have a chip in poker, and you'd have a chip in taco, like taco chips, and you'd have a chip in a desktop, like if you dropped something heavy on it. So thank you for indicating that the entire answer mattered here.
Yes.
I guess it makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't quite sure about how you would have chips in a Toll House.
I have no idea
that was
what that would be.
That was one of the snags in my theory.
Uh-huh.
So I like the clues that they had behind some of those themed answers, like 17 across, treat from a recipe printed on a Nestle package. I just had an aroma of nostalgia bubble up when I read that. Nestle package. And I envisioned a Toll House cookie recipe from 1950, when times really weren't that great, but they were maybe for...
I say people use that recipe every day.
Right.
It's not like it's something nostalgic.
I just had
It's just as modern as anything.
I know. It felt nostalgic to me.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, we had that poker game. That was pretty straightforward. The crunchy Tex-Mex bowl taco salad, 48 across. That wasn't too bad. Mm-hmm. Although once again, as soon as we start to stray into foreign foods, I start to get a little queasy, not because of the foreign food, but simply because I'm expecting to not be able to answer the clue.
I see.
We had some other good clues here. I loved 6 down. Caribbean locale with the slogan, One Happy Island, Aruba. Yes. I want to go there just because of the slogan. Also, I think Wisconsin should borrow that.
Yeah.
I think they, I don't know what we've got. I guess we've got what, Dairyland State?
America's Dairyland.
I think we need to change it to One Happy State. Possibly a picture of someone hoisting a beer to emphasize.
In a snowdrift.
That's right. To emphasize just how happy they are to be drinking beer in a snowdrift or out ice fishing. That would also, I've been told that that's where most beer drinking takes place.
I think a lot of it does, yes.
20 across was hit and run, but not error. And that was verbs.
That's right.
That was one of those sneaky ones, although the crosses made it pretty straightforward.
There were a couple of kind of quaint answers, I thought. 21 across, makes an analogy to, likens. Likens, that's kind of a quaint word. And then also 43 across, engagement, quaintly, troth.
Yes.
Pledge thee my troth.
Yes, that sounds a lot more.
That's a little more antiquated.
Yeah, that feels like a Toll House cookie sort of answer.
No. Toll House cookies are.
I know.
Not ancient history.
I just keep hoping Nestle is going to offer to start advertising here to try and set the story straight. We had 47 across. Speaking of advertising and product placement, Blank Academy, source of free online courses. The Khan Academy.
That's right.
Which I find to be really, really high quality stuff. We had a debut. We had 24 down. That was awareness of body position scientifically. Kinesthesia.
That's right.
That sounds like something that puts you to sleep almost.
No, that's not anesthesia.
No. It's just it's a boring word. I think kinesthesia would just put you to sleep. Not kinesthesia again.
Yep.
But yes, I do recognize the acquaintance with or the similarity to anesthesia.
Yes.
We had 37 down. The modern pastry portmanteau, the cronut.
The cronut. I have never had a cronut.
Really?
It's a combination of a croissant and donut.
Yes. It was invented by Dominique Ansel in 2013.
Wow.
I'm assuming that Adam Ansel was their great-grandfather.
Perhaps.
And he went around taking pictures of various foodstuffs that he thought could be combined. And somehow...
Isn't that Ansel Adams, not Adam Ansel?
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Adam Ant, which I often do when I'm under pressure. I think, Adam Ant... What was Adam Ant's motto? Do you remember?
No.
Up, and away?
I have no idea.
I think that was it. Of course, that also could have been Superman.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a pastry chef named Dominique Ansel. And he created this. He took a croissant and a donut and put them together. And then it became very popular. And he filed for trademark, and now he's the creator of the cronut. And then a whole bunch of other people chipped in, and they decided to create similar products. There's the Kello nut, the Docent, that's D-O-U-G-H, Sant. We have the Krollant, the Zonut, and some others.
Wow.
It's like these people say, whoa, that's a great idea. Let's put various foodstuffs together. So I'm planning to release the apple omelet.
Oh, really?
That's supposed to be the apple and omelet together. That didn't really work out. Sort of the portmanteau worked as well as an apple and an omelet would, I guess.
Did they say how they put the croissant and donut together?
Yeah, it's sort of like how they do, in the like the Hadron Super Collider, they ram these particles together at high speed. One person holds the croissant. The other person holds the donut. They yell at one and another for a bit, and then they crush together, and at that intense collision generates a cronut.
Whoa.
I believe
I think it would generate a mess. Something's flat and tasteless.
Well, they have trained professionals doing this.
Oh, okay.
So, but they have to get going at a really high space. But they can't go as fast as like a subatomic particle. They're just running around a track with foodstuffs and then kerplow, instant cronut. I believe that's absolutely 100% true.
Well, I'm going to have to research to see if there's any cronuts in the Fox Valley.
The creation of the cronut.
And see if I can find one.
It's an awesome thing to behold. I think Einstein was inspired by that somehow.
Well,
Said,
since it was done in 2013, I don't think so.
Time works in mysterious ways. We had 33 across. 33 across was for shame, and the answer was tisk.
Yes.
And I have trouble with the word tisk just by itself. I feel like it should be tisk tisk.
Yes.
I don't think you can. It's sort of like one of those Pringles.
Tisk.
You can't just have one, right? You have to have tisk tisk.
One tisk is not enough.
No, exactly.
Right.
And then we had 41 across. Most popular sport in New Zealand was rugby.
I knew that.
Because of the All Blacks.
Yes.
Go All
I
Blacks.
remember the All Blacks.
Yes. That was their pride and joy. I liked 52 down. 52 down was grumpy face, pout.
Yeah.
There's something so happy about grumpy face. It's like, that sounds like a phrase that came out of Aruba. The happy island brings...
No grumpy faces here.
But it sounds like something you'd say to like a baby. Oh, why the grumpy face?
Yes.
And it immediately brings cheer to the face. Let's see. We had actually right above, or that the U coming out of pout was 60 across. I'm willing to help. And I figured it was going to be like ask me.
Oh.
But it was use me.
Use me, yes.
Seems a little more servile.
Uh-huh.
And the one below that, 63 across, Elizabeth I's house. So I was trying to think of the name of a palace that I could get into 5 letters. Seriously. I mean, it's like it's where she lives. But it was Tudor.
Tudor, yes.
That kind of house.
The House of Tudor.
Yes. So this was a fine crossword.
Yes, it was.
Gained by Barbara Lynn.
Enjoyable.
Yep. And that is it for the crossword, but it's Tuesday, which means it's time for Triplet Tuesday. And Triplet Tuesday is that segment where one of us reads 3 clues to the other. The answer to all 3 clues is one 3-letter answer, and the object is to guess that answer in as few clues as possible. Next week, we're going to be having a contest in which we're going to ask you to participate.
Yes.
But in the meantime, we are going to do it ourselves
Today.
Yes. Yep, we're gonna sort of warm up here, and you are invited, by the way, to play along if you'd like. Even though this won't be for fabulous prizes, not this week, but next it will. Just hit the pause after Jean has read the clue to me, and see if you can figure it out before I figure it out, and do that several more times, and it'll all work out, I'm sure. And then let us know how you did. crosswordpodcast@icloud.com.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
No.
Okay.
Just wanted to see what happened if I said no.
Here's your first clue.
Okay.
Green light.
Green light. Whoa. Green light.
Or green light.
So a green... green... Oh, I see. Nod.
That's right. I shouldn't have said
You
that.
you shouldn't have said that. No. When I heard the verb, that changed everything. I was like, green light. Stop. Go. And then I was thinking of Greenland.
Oh. Well, it has been in the news.
So,
So yeah,
thanks.
that is correct. That is correct.
Okay, but I feel like I cheated there somehow. Even though I didn't do anything, I just listened.
The second clue of that was what a sleepy head might do. And the third one was silent sign of approval,
Okay.
which we just had a few weeks ago.
Right.
So yeah, well, got it in one.
Yes,
Excellent.
that was thanks to your. I know it's tricky with these clues, right? To read, you don't want to give anything away, but
There you go.
all right,
Okay. Here's your second one.
all right, ready.
Blank paper bearer.
Blank paper, some sort of a paper bearer. A paper bearer? That would be like a newsboy or a newsgirl. Blank paper. Top paper? What's a top paper? Hang on, I haven't finished yet. Because you can tell I'm still in sotto voce mode. Blank paper. How many hours do we have for this? Blank paper.
You're running out of time.
Okay. Tell me the clue again.
Blank paper bearer.
Red. Red paper. We had green. Why not red?
No. No, that is incorrect.
Okay.
Bottom of a paw.
Bottom of a paw. Pad.
That is correct.
What was the first clue?
Blank paper bearer, like a pad of paper.
Pad paper bearer?
No. That like a pad of paper has a bunch of blank paper, bears blank paper. So.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't get it.
Well, it was a clue.
Okay.
So,
And the third one was?
blank tie.
Oh, not another blank.
No. Oh, I am so sorry. It was the word blank, not like a blank, like blank paper, like
Okay, that's why I was saying pad paper. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, blank, like the word blank paper, like a pad is a bunch of blank paper.
Well, but that's plural, sort of. I guess maybe you can use paper as a collective noun.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa, that was, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
I think I got lucky in that one. Listeners, hope you're doing better than I am. It won't be hard.
I didn't even think that you were probably thinking you were supposed to fill in the
Absolutely. When you say blank something, I think blank.
Shoot, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Right.
Well, you got it in 2. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't think even if you had known that was a word, not a blank, if you'd known that blank was actually written in
If you
word.
had just said blank paper, I would not have thought of pad because, like I said, blank paper, to me, paper sounds singular.
Uh-huh.
Right? But anyway,
Okay.
be that as it may.
Okay. All right. Here's your third one.
Ready?
First clue.
Yes.
Savory condiment.
Savory condiment. Oh my. Soy.
That's right. You got it in 1.
Whew.
Wow. Very good.
Yes.
The second clue was blank. Actually, a blank. Lecithin. A chocolate additive.
That's not easy. Okay. Soy lecithin. I
Yeah.
don't know if that would have come to me or not.
Mm-hmm. And the other one was base for tofu and tempeh.
Ah.
You would have gotten that, I'm pretty sure.
I suppose. I mean, my first guess when you said condiment was mustard.
Well,
So-
that's not 3 letters.
No, that's true. I was going to go for muss.
Yeah, I didn't say abbreviation.
I would have said mustard, and it's a rebus. All right. That is
You did superbly.
well.
1, 2, 1. Wow.
I'd like to thank all the people, all the little people, the Lilliputians in particular.
You're. I don't know if that's an inspiration for next week for everyone to come and.
Oh, we're gonna crank up the difficulty level for next week.
We
No,
are?
even Barbara Lynn's not gonna be able to do it. So,
Well, you're the one picking the clues, so
am I? Oh, that is true. Yes, absolutely. that is correct. Yes.
yes.
All right. Yeah, I guess.
Unless it's Gene and Mike and Stuart doing the New York Times crossword.
We
get an imaginary friend here.
Yeah. Let's hear it for our imaginary friends. And for our real friends who are listening to this right now, hope you enjoyed this podcast. Let us know, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com. Start practicing for next Triplet Tuesday's grand contest. Tell all your friends about it so we can have a massive number of entries from which to draw.
Yes.
And that is it for today. We'll be back again with our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.